Hello and welcome. This is Angie with thecountryshoecottage.net. So this is our last video in the series all about the new tools for the Cricut Maker. So this one is all about the perf blade. So we're going to talk about the perf blade. So our last video was on the wavy tip. So changed out the quick swap housing from the wavy tip to the perf blade, and now I'm cutting 8 different materials with the perf blade. So first, let's look at how you get those perforated lines in Cricut Design Space so you can actually use the perf tool. First, we need to make the perforation lines in Cricut Design Space. So we can actually pick a score line, and we can change that to a perf line easily. So once it's on your canvas, just choose it, pull down the line type, and you'll see a variety of line types. In this case, we're going to pick perf. Now you see basic perf on the layers panel and perf in the line type drop down. Now this can also be done for any shape, any image. So here we have a square. We can change that to a perforated square. We can pick an image, literally anything in Cricut Design Space, and turn that to perf as well. So maybe we want to pick this one, and when we pull it in, it will be a cut line type. We can pull it down and we can actually perforate that into some material. So let's make a card with a perforated tear line. So we'll insert a square, and then we can make this whatever size we want. I'm actually going to make it a 4x6 card, and then we need to add the score line and change that to perf. Then we just need to make sure that it's as long as or a little longer than our square. So in this case, I can actually make it a 4 and then pick them both and align at the top. Now I need to, you can also move that score line to wherever you want on the card itself. The placement is fine. So then you pick them both, and you're going to need to attach them. So why do you need to attach them? So before I attach them, I can click Make It, and you can see that the perf line is on one canvas while we're cutting the square out of a separate canvas, which is not what we want. So we want to pick both pieces, click Attach. Now when we click Make It, the Cricut machine is going to cut our 4x6 card and then put the perf line down on the card on one side. So it will ask you for each of the blades as it needs them. So let's take a look at changing those blades. Now let's look at how the quick swap housing works, how you change the tip to the perforating tip, and how you put this tool in the machine. So here is the perforating tip. So you can see that it has a serrated edge on the blade so that it makes a serrated cut on whatever you use it on. You'll note the 11 designated on the tip to tell you which one it is. Now it is part of the quick swap housing, so I can actually change it out for another blade. So I have the wavy blade here, and we're just going to change it out just to illustrate. So the perforated tip comes with a protective cap. So you slide the protective cap on first, then depress the plunger and pull the tip off. And then you can get your wavy blade, depress the plunger once again, and add it, release the plunger, pull off the protective cap, and your wavy tip is ready to go instead. So you can see that changing the tools is super quick and easy. Cutting those perforated lines, the machine will actually stop and your computer will ask for the perforated blade, and then you just put it into the cutting side of your machine and cut away. And finally, we're using the perf tool to cut a few materials. So all kinds of materials, and they all have that perforated edge, so you can easily tear them for tons of great project ideas. So what all can you cut with the perforating tip? So I've got 8 different materials that I cut. So I actually cut around the edges with a regular blade, and then I did a perforating just down the side. So these are like all 4x6 cards like we made in the demo. So I'm going to start on this side. So this is just regular copy paper like you would put in your printer, and it's perforated down this side. So I can actually now tear this with ease in a straight line. So this is great for like coupon books or something like that. Next up, getting a little thicker, is cardstock. Again, tears really easily, super nice to tear. Next is glitter cardstock. So on the glitter cardstock, I can't hardly tell where the line is. So that's the problem on some of these materials. I can actually see it on the back, kind of, however, so maybe I won't lose my line when I make something out of glitter cardstock. But again, it tears super easy. And then I wanted to go a bit thicker, so this is actually craft board, but it tears just as easily as the other materials that we tried. And then some different materials. So this is acetate. And actually a really great tear on acetate. I wasn't expecting it to work that well. This is actually felt. So again, the felt, I have a really hard time seeing where I perforated it. I actually kind of have to bend it to even see where the perforation line is. And let's see how it tears. Yeah, so the tear is okay. You can maybe see it's kind of pulling the material away, and it's hard to tear. So it may not be the best for your felt projects if you want those to be tear away. I mean, it's probably the only option for felt, but definitely a little bit harder to tear. And then I have a faux leather. So this is the Cricut faux leather, and again, it's really, really hard to see where that perforation is, but if you just kind of bend the material a little bit, you can see the perforation line. And it's actually better than the felt. So it tears away better than the felt, I would say. So you might try that for your faux felt projects. And this one I'm excited about. So this is craft foam. You know, the cheap stuff, perfect for kids crafts, but now you can make like tear away kids crafts. So let's see if this works. And it's amazing. Okay, so this is probably my favorite material with this tear away perforation tip. I might have to make a project with this, so I could see some kids crafts where they kind of tear the pieces apart and then maybe do a puzzle or something like that with them. So kind of fun idea with the perforation blade and craft foam. So I hope you learned a little bit about the perforating blade, how it works on different materials, so you can start using it for your projects. So I hope you also have some project ideas for me. If you do, we have a Facebook group. I'm going to link it in the description for this video. Please join the Facebook group and let us know your project ideas with the perf blade, because I would love to hear them. I need some project ideas for myself, as well as all the other blades. So if you want to learn about the other 3 blades, so we have the wavy blade, the deboss tip, and the engraving tip, and I have a video on all 3 of those. I will link those in the description below. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe on YouTube. So we have 2 videos a week. Usually at least one of those is a Cricut video. So if you love your Cricut machine and want to learn all the things about it, be sure to subscribe. So thank you all so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.